Welcome to Norway Perspectives, brought to you by Norway Relocation Group. Imagine the scene. The last moving box is unpacked. You're standing in your new Norwegian home, looking out the window, a cup of coffee in hand. You feel a profound sense of accomplishment. You've conquered the visa process, secured a national identity number, and navigated the complexities of the housing market. The hardest part, you think, is over. Now, life can begin. But then, a subtle friction starts. A formal-looking letter arrives in your digital mailbox, Digipost. You open it, see a wall of dense official Norwegian, and assume it's a generic welcome message or a tax receipt. You close it and forget about it. A few weeks later, you casually ask a neighbor about enrolling your 5-year-old in the lovely school just down the street. They give you a puzzled look and say, but the deadline to confirm your spot was back in March. Didn't you get the letter from the commune? Suddenly, that forgotten digital letter takes on a terrifying new importance. This scenario, in countless variations, is the lived reality for thousands of newcomers to Norway. It stems from a critical misunderstanding of the Norwegian paradox. While the state is strong and centralized in its laws and funding, the actual delivery of nearly every service that defines your quality of life is radically decentralized. It is managed, owned, and delivered by your local commune. If you come from a country with a highly centralized government like France, or even a federal system like the United States or Germany, where responsibilities are divided differently, the power of the Norwegian commune can be disorienting. You might think that once you're registered nationally, the system will automatically take care of you. This is a dangerous assumption. Failure to understand and engage with your local municipality can lead to cascading problems. You risk missing out on essential health services you and your children are entitled to. You can find yourself at the bottom of a year-long waiting list for kindergarten, jeopardizing your career plans. You can lose access to thousands of kroner in housing allowance or startup loans for buying a home. You can remain, for all practical purposes, a ghost in the local system, unregistered for the services right outside your door. Ultimately, these seemingly small administrative oversights can cause serious delays in your integration journey and even impact your eligibility for permanent residency. In this definitive guide, we will unpack the institution of the commune. We will detail precisely what it controls, explain the real-world consequences of ignoring its communications, provide a roadmap for finding and using its resources, and show you why mastering your relationship with the commune is the single most important step to building a successful life in Norway. Let's begin by exploring the deep-rooted identity of the commune. It is far more than just a local administrative office. It is the cornerstone of Norwegian democracy and the principle of local selvstyre, or local self-governance. This tradition was formalized by the Formannskapslovene, the Local Government Acts of 1837, establishing the commune as the primary provider of public welfare and services. Today, there are 357 kommuner, each with its own distinct identity and political landscape. Each commune is governed by a kommunestyre, a municipal council of officials elected by local residents every 4 years. This council sets the budget, defines local priorities, and makes key policy decisions. This is why one commune might invest heavily in state-of-the-art schools, while its immediate neighbor prioritizes elder care or cultural facilities. The political choices made locally have a direct and tangible impact on your life. This autonomy is funded by a mix of grants from the central government and the commune's own ability to levy taxes, most notably eiendomsskatt or property tax. When you register your move with the National Population Register, folk registeret, your bostedsadresse or registered residential address becomes the master key. This address immediately and automatically assigns you to a specific commune and, by extension, to a specific local school district, a specific child health clinic, and a specific local Navy office. That single address registration is the switch that connects you to the entire local grid of public services. It is also vital to distinguish the commune from the fylkeskommune, or county municipality. This is a common point of confusion. Think of it this way: the commune handles the services closest to your daily life. This includes primary and lower secondary schools, ages 6 to 16, kindergartens, the local GP, fastleie scheme, primary health care clinics, helsestasjon, local NAV social services, and care for the elderly. The fylkeskommune, on the other hand, manages broader regional responsibilities. This includes all upper secondary education, or videregående skoler, ages 16 to 19, the regional public transport system of buses and ferries, the maintenance of county roads, and public dental care for children and certain adult groups. If you have an issue with your child's primary school, you go to the commune. If you have an issue with the high school or the bus service, you go to the fylkeskommune. So, what specifically does the commune control? The list is vast. In education and childcare, it manages the entire application process for barnehage or kindergarten for both public and private institutions through a single coordinated digital portal. It is responsible for grunnskole and ungdomsskole, primary and lower secondary school, including student placement based on the local school principle, nærskoleprinsippet. It also runs the Pedagogical Psychological Service, PPT, which assesses and provides support for children with special educational needs. In healthcare, the commune operates the helsestasjon, the free child health clinic that monitors your child's development from birth, provides all standard vaccinations, and offers invaluable support groups for new parents. It runs the school nurse service, manages the legevakt, urgent care clinic for non-life-threatening emergencies, and provides first-line mental health services, including innovative low-threshold programs like Rask Psykisk Helsehjelp, rapid mental health assistance. Perhaps the most confusing area for newcomers is the division of NAVE, the Norwegian Labour and Welfare Administration. The national NAV system, which you access online, manages benefits related to your employment history, such as dagpenger, unemployment benefits, sykepenger, sick pay, and foreldrepenger, parental leave. However, if you require financial assistance due to low income, a sudden life crisis, or if you need help finding housing, you must go to the physical local NAV office in your commune. This office handles økonomisk sosialhjelp, social assistance, offers a qualification program to help get people into the workforce, and manages midlertidig botilbud, NITS, temporary emergency housing. Applying to the wrong branch of NAV is a critical error that can leave you without support for months. Furthermore, the commune is your port of call for housing. It processes applications for communal bolig, municipal housing, and critically, it is the body that administers the application for a starter loan from the state to help those with limited means buy their first home. It also manages all local planning and byggesak, meaning any application to build or renovate a property must go through them. Now, let's ground this in tangible human stories of what goes wrong. Meet the Chengs, a family who moves to Norway in July, thrilled to be settled before the school year begins in August. They come from a country where school enrollment involves simply showing up at the nearest school with your child and your documents. In April, a letter from the commune had arrived in their digipost. They ran it through an online translator, which produced a stilted, bureaucratic message about school administration confirmation. It seemed unimportant. They ignored it. In mid-August, they walked to the local school, ready to enroll their daughter, only to be told by a sympathetic but firm administrator that the school is completely full. Their daughter's spot, which was reserved for her based on their address, was given away when they failed to confirm. She is now assigned to a school across town, turning their dream of a simple walk to school into a stressful 2-bus commute every morning. Then there is Maria, a highly skilled professional who meticulously planned her return to the workforce after her maternity leave. Her entire plan hinged on securing a barnehage spot for her 1-year-old. Back home, private daycare centers have rolling admissions. She assumes it's the same here. In May, she begins her search only to discover the concept of the hoofdopptak, the main coordinated application round for all kindergartens. With a deadline that passed on March 1st, she has missed the window. When she calls the commune, she's told she can be put on a waiting list, but there are hundreds of other children ahead of her. Her career plans are shattered, and she faces a year of uncertainty, scrambling for expensive short-term solutions. Consider Alex, a freelance graphic designer whose income suddenly plummets after losing a major client. He's panicking about rent. He remembers the name NAV and finds their national website. He spends hours filling out a detailed application for financial support. He feels a wave of relief after pressing submit. Weeks pass with no response. His financial situation becomes desperate. Finally, he calls a NAV, only to be told that his application for hardship assistance, social help, is in the wrong system entirely, and that he must book an appointment in person at his local NAV office, run by the commune. He has lost a critical month, all because he didn't understand this fundamental division of responsibility. These stories highlight that integration in Norway is not an abstract concept. It is a local, practical process. Your success is directly linked to your ability to navigate your commune. This has profound implications for your immigration status. To apply for permanent residency, you must provide a certificate proving you have completed the mandatory hours of Norwegian language and social studies training. That certificate is issued by your commune's adult education department, voksenopplæring. If you don't know how to find and register for these courses, you can delay your entire residency application by months or even years. So how do you navigate this? First, find your commune's website by going to the official portal norge.no and entering your address. Once on the site, look for key menu items, even if you need a browser extension to translate them. Oppvekst og utdanning for schools and kindergartens, helse og omsorg for health and care services, bygge, bo og eiendom for housing and planning, and kultur, idrett og fritid for culture and leisure. Search for terms like søk barnehageplass, apply for kindergarten, or skolinnmelding, school enrollment. Second, treat your DigiPost as the single most important communication channel in your life. It is not email, it is a legally binding digital delivery system. I didn't see the DigiPost is never a valid excuse. Set up notifications on your phone and check it weekly. Third, do not be afraid to seek human help. Find the address of your commune's services center or in Byggertorg. This is a physical one-stop shop designed to help residents. Walk in with the letter you don't understand. The staff are public servants whose job is to guide you to the right department or help you understand the form. In conclusion, engaging with your commune is not merely about navigating bureaucracy. It is about embracing the core Norwegian social contract, which is built on a foundation of dugnad, or collective responsibility. The system requires you to take personal responsibility for being informed, for registering correctly, for reading your mail, and for meeting deadlines. In return for this active participation, the commune offers a safety net and a suite of services designed to support you, your family, and your integration into Norwegian life. It is your partner, but it expects you to show up for the partnership. At Norway Relocation Group, we do more than just tell you about this. We provide hands-on assistance, sitting with you to navigate your commune's website and fill out those crucial applications correctly. And at NLS Norwegian Language School, we teach the practical, real-world Norwegian you need, role-playing a call to the helsestasjon, or helping you decipher the specific language in a letter from your child's school. Visit Norway Relocation, .no for expert, hands-on support in navigating your new life. Learn the Norwegian you actually need for public systems at NL's Norwegian No. Thank you for listening to Norway Perspectives. Subscribe and share, because understanding the commune is the key to unlocking your life in Norway. It isn't just where you live, it's where everything happens.